Well, good morning. I hope everyone's well. Right, these little components I've got here, which is a 9-volt battery, a push switch, 9-volt battery holder, and a submersible 12-volt pump, are part today of my new little project to do. For some time, my toilet, my chemical toilet, has been really hard to pull the plunger and flush. It's got stiffer and stiffer and stiffer, and you have to sort of twist it and pull it in. It's not good. It's not good. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to make it an electric flush chemical toilet with these components. The pump is 12 volts, but I've tested it with the battery and it does work on 9 volts. And obviously it's only an intermittent push to get it to flush anyway, so it's only going to be on for a few seconds at a time. So today I'm going to show you how, hopefully how, because this isn't a how-to video, it's how I've done it, to make a normal chemical toilet with a plunger and electric flush. So watch this space. I will be back soon. So the first thing to do is empty the flushing water out of the toilet so we can get to the insides through here. So I'm just going to go and do that now into a container. Right, that's now emptied. Yeah, this is the plunger here, but you have to twist it and pull it to get it to do anything. So I've got to take this off of here, which you do by removing it like that. Then the plunger should come out like that. Right, there's the old plunger, which, as you can see, is really stiff. I've tried lubricating it and everything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this bottom bit off, drill through, put the button in the top there for the flush, and the pump that I've bought will attach to this pipe. I'm going to have to make the hole a bit smaller for it, and then obviously the pump will go into there, and then when it flushes it will flush round the rim from that outlet there. So that's what I'm doing next. Right, I've just been out and hacksawed the bottom piece off now, because this is the only bit that we need. Obviously that can be glued down. I've got to take the top off so I can get the wires up through there, and then that will live back on there, and that O-ring there will seal anything coming out. And there's the screw in the top that I've got to take out. And I've got to get the wires to come up through there, then they'll have to come over on the outside for that to go back down. There we go. Bottom bits just come off. Oh. There's the plunger bit, there's that bit, and that's what we're left with. So, because I haven't got to plunge anymore with that, I could actually, by the time I've taken up, put the push switch in the top there, as you can see, and then glue that to that, because that hasn't got to come up anymore. So that would do away with having to have that bit in, which would be great. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing next. I'll be drilling that bit for the switch, putting the pump in and getting the wiring through. Right, obviously this pump, that hole there is a lot smaller than this pipe here. So I've got this piece of round, hang on, put the pump down so I can show you easier. I've got this piece of round plastic which I've drilled the hole out a bit bigger. It's the right diameter on the outside to fit into there, and I'm now going to glue that onto the top of there to take up the distance. There we go, that's glued on now. Just going to let the glue dry on that before I put it into the next bit. Alright, so that's what it'll look like on the top. We'll have the button there, that'll be on top of the toilet. Every time we push it, it'll just go zzz, 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 and flush, hopefully. And the wires will come out the bottom there, which will go through that into there. And the wires will come up through there. Now I've just got to put a wire out of the side of this for the 9-volt battery to go to on the side, which will probably be stuck to the back of the toilet here. And that's what will give them that mechanism, and that's what will make the power and make it work. The switch there. That is the 9-volt battery in there. In the little holder. Just mounting the battery box to the back of the toilet there. Remember, it's only 9 volts, so you're not going to get any shocks from it or anything. If anyone's worried that you might get a shock, you're not going to get a shock or anything from it. Anything like that. It's very, very low voltage. Right, I'm just drilling the side now to put the wires through. Should be enough to put the 2 wires through the side. Just clean that off. Just clean the burrs off so it's nice and neat. That and the 2 wires here will go through into there. Right, I'm just doing the wiring now. Got it wired up to the back here. Just going to heat shrink. You. Shrink that on. That's that one done. I'm now just going to put the wires. Got a spade terminal that will go on. 2 spade terminals basically off of the live, which will go to the switch, which will break the circuit until you push the switch. As you can see there's the battery on the back, which is just velcroed on, so you can remove the battery to replace it if you need to. That is now all together, and when you push the button on the top, you hear the pump running. Hey, success. So I will get back to you once I've got it all together, glued together, and I've got some water in it, and then you can see it flushing and working. All these bits, that battery box was $3.19, the switch was $2.19, and the pump was about £7. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 quid it's cost me altogether. Oh, 14 with the battery. But to buy that new pump mechanism there would have been about £58, and I could have bought a brand new toilet for 79. So, and I thought, bit of luxury, innit, having a flushing toilet in a van. Anyway, I'll back to you in a bit. Now I'm going to glue the top on with this stuff. It's called Stixlite SHIT, which is my favourite of all sealants. You can use it for water, sticks to wet surfaces. This is a clear one, you can get different colours. Screw fix, £7.95, really good stuff. And there it is, all installed on the toilet. Neat little button. I'm just going to put it on the toilet, put some water in and try it. Well, it works. Water comes out, it flushes, but I think because it's a 12-volt pump and it's only a 9-volt battery, it really hasn't got enough oomph to flush it round a lot. So I might have to go for a 12-volt, small 12-volt battery, which I can buy and fix to that. But it does work, as you can see. It does flush. So it's a win-win. So yeah, that's my little video about doing my toilet with a pump in it. So please like, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will catch you next time. Right, upgraded the battery, as you can see, gives a lovely flush now.